Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 3. So this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 13 of The Flash Season 3, otherwise entitled Attack on Gorilla City. But before we get into anything else, let's obviously watch the trailer.
A friend is lost on a parallel Earth and we're gonna go get him back.
A parallel Earth. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Welcome, Flash.
Speedster versus Supergirl. Best worst video game ever.
The Flash Gorilla City. 2-episode event begins Tuesday, February 21st on the CW.
So wow, just wow, like, who is hyped for that? Because I know one person in particular who is. Yeah, it's me. But as it says in the trailer, which some of you may have missed, this episode isn't coming out for 2 weeks, so we will have a week without The Flash, which does suck. Legends of Tomorrow is also off next week from what I remember, but Supergirl and Arrow are still on next week, so there is still some superhero DC television to enjoy if you do watch those shows. I will also be announcing the giveaway winner from last week's trailer breakdown, so stay until the end to find out if you were in fact the winner. We will go over the synopsis for this episode before we jump into the actual breakdown of this trailer. But quickly before we do that, if you want to leave a like on the video, it'd be very much appreciated just to show your support on the Flash videos. Let me know in the comment section below, what are you looking forward to most from this episode? I can pick out a few, so let me know what you think. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. When Jessie Quick informs the team that her father has been abducted, Barry, Caitlin, Cisco, and Julian voyage to Earth 2 on a rescue mission to save Harry from Gorilla City. As they trek through the forest, Barry and the team are immediately captured and brought to Grodd. Grodd tells them he needs their help to stop Savitar, the leader of Gorilla City, as Savitar wants to invade Earth 1. Meanwhile, back on Earth 1, Jessie and Kid Flash hit the streets to stop a metahuman that can control gravity, with HR and Joe guiding them from Star Labs. So the trailer starts off with us seeing Harry, or Earth 2 Harrison Wells, running away from something. Now it will be interesting to see whether this is a flashback of sorts before Jessie came to Earth 1 at the end of last episode to tell Wally about what has happened to her father, or if Harry managed to get free from Gorilla City and attempt to make a run for it. We see Barry telling Julian of the situation that's happening on Earth 2, which is actually followed by Caitlin, Barry, Cisco, and Julian jumping through a breach over to Earth 2. There has been a lot of questions around why Julian is going over to Earth 2 with the others. My guess would have to be due to his history or, past in archaeology, as well as the fact that they're going on an expedition and he's gone on expeditions beforehand. Cisco, Caitlin, and Barry would have no clue about that, so Julian is most likely the best man available to take with them. Here we see a gorilla grab someone, and this someone appears to be Harry. You can tell as the person that the gorilla grabs is wearing the exact same clothing as we saw Harry with at the beginning of the trailer when he's running through the forest. This isn't necessarily Gorilla Grodd or Grodd that's taking Harry. As we know, Barry and the others are captured and brought to Grodd, so you would have to think the same with Harry, and it's just like a minion or disciple or just like a worker for Grodd that's gone out and done the work and brought Harry to him. Now this part of the trailer reminded me of a certain classic film that a lot of you may know of, Planet of the Apes. As we have the humans of Barry, Caitlin, and Cisco locked up in cages like we saw with Grodd in Season 1 in flashbacks to times before the particle accelerator incident, and also similar to Planet of the Apes when the humans are inside cages and the apes are just, the ones running everything. Now you may have noticed I didn't say Julian. That is due to the fact that we don't see him in a cage. Like, he could be elsewhere within Gorilla City. They might need him to do something or possibly to find something. They just might need him for something, but you just don't see him in a cage. You would have to think he's in one of the cages. I'm just saying he's not in a cage that we can see in the trailer, so he might be elsewhere. Now this is a pretty dope superhero, or should I say supervillain landing from who you would have to assume is Grodd. I mean, which of the other gorillas would do this? Not many, if any. You do see this shot of Grodd screaming, but that was actually from the episode last season when he was initially sent to Earth 2 and Gorilla City. So they sometimes do this in trailers for The Flash and the other shows. I'll show something from a previous season because either CG isn't done or it's just a good shot that they want to use in a trailer. So this isn't anything new. Now, one thing I just want to predict going into this episode is the fact, if you hear in the synopsis that Gorilla Grodd wants Barry and the others to help him retake Gorilla City because he fears that Savitar is going to go over and invade Earth 1. What I think is happening is that Grodd wants to take control of Gorilla City and do that thing, so he is making out to Barry and stuff like that Savitar is going to do it. Or possibly Grodd is actually mind controlling Savitar and he's just making it out as if Savitar is doing it, so, you know, Flash and stuff pay all their attention on that. I am 100% certain that Grodd is playing them, because Grodd's a villain. Like, Grodd is a villain. They're not just going to make him some sort of, like, anti-hero right now. So, Grodd is definitely doing something. He's got some other scheme going on, and I think this is what it is. He's playing Team Flash because he's the one that actually wants to go over and attack Earth 1. And as we already know, that's established at the end of last episode, Grodd is the one that tags Harry, as Jesse says. It wasn't Savitar, it was Grodd. So, yeah, I think Grodd is being a bit shifty in this episode. Now, as they say in this trailer, it's a two-part event, so episode 14 will be around the Gorilla City thing again, except I think it will be moving over to Earth 1. As we know from the future news report, there is obviously the attack within Central City from gorillas, and Central City was still recovering from it at that point in time in the future. So I think the gorillas will make it to Earth 1. It might not be as disastrous as it was in that future event, because they know of it, they might be able to stop it in some way, or at least reduce some of the damage. So episode 13 could end with the gorillas heading over to Earth 1, or maybe episode 14 starts again on Gorilla City, and then maybe 5 or 10 minutes into that episode, everyone goes over to Earth 1, or the gorillas go over and the others have to, you know, chase them back and try and stop them. But I think that's going to be pretty awesome, seeing Earth 1 just ravaged by gorillas. It's just going to be insane. But anyway, on to the giveaway winner for last week's trailer breakdown, which was the choice of either a Pop Funko or a t-shirt from, you know, like the superhero stuff, any of the shows. And that winner is Hunter Zolomon. I'm not too sure how I feel about a villain winning it, but yeah. So Hunter, I will be messaging you after I make this video, essentially. So you've probably already got the message if you checked your inboxes beforehand. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, it'd be very much appreciated. If you could leave a like on it, let me know in the comment section below, what are you looking forward to most in this episode? Because honestly, this thing's just going to be insane. It's going to be an awesome 2 episodes. Usually these like the 2-part two-part within the seasons are some of the best of the seasons. As I said in a previous video, in season 1 we had the Firestorm 2 episode story. Last season we obviously had the Earth 2, the Welcome to Earth 2, and I think Escape from Earth 2 was the second episode, which was a really enjoyable story. I would have to say the season 2 one was better than the season 1 2-part story, but they were both really good. And I think this one's going to be awesome as well, and I cannot wait for it. So let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to most. And if you are new around here, new to the channel, it'd be very much appreciated if you could also subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest in Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends, all of that. And speaking of Legends, I will have my Legends review for episode 11 out later on, so keep your eyes out for that as well. But until then, guys, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.